Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. Monday means it's time for Cheer Corner, and it's been a couple of weeks because I have been missing in action. I've been on the incentive trip to Mexico, and we extended it so that we were gone for 2 whole weeks. It was supposed to be 2 weeks minus a day, but then we missed a flight and got a bonus day in Chicago, so the adventure just didn't end. I will tell more of the story maybe after the card or during the card making. And that way, the people who are here just for the card making and don't want all the chit chat can can just listen and watch the part that interests them. So I'm actually making a card from the Demo Design Dream Team. I'm part of this tutorial bundle, and I actually contribute to it every month, but I don't usually use it for myself. And this time I thought I was looking through it and I found a card I really liked, and it's by my friend Amy Halfralachi. And what you're going to need is a card base of lemon lime twist. That's 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, or 29.7 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, scored at 14.85. And then we have 2 pieces of the flowering zinnia paper, 4 inches by 5 1/4, or 10 centimeters by 14.35. So we're going to start with putting those on, and yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful, colorful, happy paper, perfect for cheer corner. For the inside, we're going to have a piece of basic white that's 3 by 4 or 8 centimeters by 12.2. And then we also need a piece of this lemon lime twist, 1 3/4 inches by 5 inches, scored at 4 inches, which is 4 centimeters by 13 centimeters, scored at 10. So that's going to be the little hinge. And then I use the Nested Essentials dies, and we're either going to use this one or we might switch it up entirely and use this. Now, Amy's card used the Thoughtful Expressions dies, which I think would be nicer, and maybe I will show you what it looks like. So let's take a look, and I will go to share my screen, and oh, that's not it. It's under here. Let me just find it. Not there. There it is. So these are the dies, and they're beautiful. But guess what I did? I lent out a bunch of my stuff knowing I was going to be gone. And that's the way Murphy's Law works. You think you lend something out that you haven't used in a very long time, and chances are that as soon as you reach for it, it will be the exact set that you've lent out. So back to here for a minute. And so I thought, well, I'll improvise to see what I have. But you know what? That's the whole reason I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Sometimes it just doesn't work to improvise. You just need exactly what you need. And I used to, when I first started stamping, I would share my sets. Like my friend would get some and I would get some and we would switch and share. But I've also learned that that doesn't work for me either. I just need to have it all, and not all, but I need to have as much as possible and all of it at my disposal all the time. So let's continue with our card making. So we're going to, I've got some adhesive laying here. It's been laying sideways for a good long while, so I'm going to grab a new one. Tombow works best if you store it upside down. You can use a shot glass. You can use, I have this wonderful container that someone made for me. Ann Koemans gave this to me, and her son-in-law made it, and it's in the Dutch flag color. So then the Tombow just sits in here, and then I have my take your pick tool and my scissors in the other side. So that just helps for your Tombow to come out nicely, and you don't have to do anything crazy. So we're just going to do this. And then before I finish up the inside of the card, I want to try something different. We'll play around a little bit and we'll see. I'll show you how it works. So I think I want to do it this way. And there we go. Just give it a nice smooth rub. So now the next part, we open this up, is to put this mechanism in, this little arm, and it's going to go here. I'm not going to do it because I'm not sure that this is what I want to do yet. So then we're going to put this piece over top. Move that. This is going to be stamped, and we're going to put that over top here. And then look, then this closes. This goes over like that. And then this was supposed to go here, but you see how it's just not the right shape? It's too much the same size. It works. So we might do this, but what I was thinking is to take this piece, put a score line here, and just do that. But I don't know. So we're going to try that first. I'm going to take this. We are using the Stamp Sets Comforting Thoughts. I've been using this now for a few weeks for my cheer corner. And the way cheer corner works is that together we change the world one card at a time. I make a card, you can make it along with me. You can also nominate someone to receive this card, and I'll send it anywhere in the world. And together, then we do change the world one card at a time. And if you also make a card and send it, then lots of cards will go out, okay? And then here we're also going to use the Simply Zinnia. All right, there. I've got the stamps on blocks already. So on the outside, I want to say wishing you comfort, and we're going to stamp that in Lemon Lime Twist. And one of the wonderful things about Stampin' Up! Is the coordination of their products. So it makes your card look really nice when your ink matches your cardstock perfectly. Wishing you comfort. And now I'm going to glue that one on here. And we're just going to check to see if this is going to be a good match. It might not be, and then I can use it for something else. So, and remember, these are the Nested Essentials dies. I'll have the list of everything I use, so you can use your links to purchase the products later through my online shop, or you can decide to put them in a starter kit, because the starter kit has a bonus with it this month where you get all the in-color stuff for free. So 5 ink pads, 5 markers, assorted cardstock, and patterned paper. It's a really good deal. It's worth over 110 Canadian. So now I want to, at the 1 inch mark, or 2 centimeters, I'm going to do a score. A couple times back and forth. The paper trimmer would be a great thing to put in your starter kit as well. And if you're just starting with stamping, if this is a new hobby for you, then that's really the best thing to do. Okay, let's just take a look and see how this is going to look before we put it down. There we go. Just going to close that up. There, that actually looks quite nice. I like that. And then maybe we can even add an extra zinnia. I could stamp something there too. All right, I like that. I think I'm going to use this instead of the rectangle. But before we do that, I'm going to stamp a little zinnia here. Now, since this was a bit of an afterthought, I'm going to keep it tone on tone, because I should have stamped on the white before I put it on the Lemon Lime Twist. But I didn't do that, so I'm going to just do this instead. And there we go. Give it a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And now it looks okay that it's also on the lime. Okay. I've got to think, I put the card out of the way. Okay, now we're going to move the inside. And we're going to put some adhesive just on this little piece. There. And this is going to, I'm just going to fold it so I just don't mess it up. And it's going to go right towards the edge. Now I'll open it. And now we'll take this piece, put it over top, and then I'm going to finish it off. Now, I wanted to share with you all the things that I got in Mexico. Stampin' Up! Spoils us. One of the nicest things, my favorite gift was a photo package. So the place we went to was honestly the playground of the rich and famous. It was such a luxurious resort, and they got a really good deal on it. Normally, they would not be able to afford to keep us in such a beautiful place. I mean, we've had some gorgeous places over the years, and I have to put a disclaimer to say that less than 1% of demonstrators achieve this trip. It's really a rare thing, and I'm so grateful. I'm using Petal Pink now because that's the color in this pattern paper. And they sealed the deal during COVID, and it was like this park had just started, and I think they were desperate to get people to, book. So they got a really good deal. And this park had at least 5 other parks associated with it that we were able to go to for free. and there were all kinds of adventure parks. So I'm going to hope this is a feeling better kind of day. And then we're going to take the big zinnia and stamp that as well. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And anyway, so we were able to go to these parks, and that included zip lining and cenotes, which a cenote is a Mexican Spanish word for a sinkhole. And then they turn into caves with stalagmites and stalactites, and we could go kayaking and rappelling and swimming and cliff jumping in these things. And it was so much fun. And Stampin' Up! Gave us a photo package so that we could get photos from 2 of the parks. So I shared some of the ones from the adventure park, but not all of them. The water slide and the 4-wheeling. Haven't shared the zip lining yet, and I haven't shared the cenotes yet. But that was a lovely gift. And then we got some stamps, and we got a beautiful photo album that I will share with you. But I kind of want to share those things when I'm doing it live. I'm hoping to get something to better my internet, or a cord that I can plug in. Okay, so this is the inside of the card. Now we'll close it. So, and you know what? I put it too. I didn't do it perfectly. Now, what you could do, and what I might do, because I don't like that it flops, you could put a magnet in here. So a magnet on the back of here, and then a magnet in between here so that it would seal. And I also should have moved this over a little bit more. See how my score line is right on the edge? It should have been a little bit beside the edge, because now it's buckling a little bit. So there's 2 things I can do, and I'm just going to trim off a wee little bit of this card, and then it will seal just fine. And then I have another idea that I'm going to do. Just a hair there. So I've just literally a hair, a 1/16 of an inch, and now it seals perfectly. But I thought I would take a ribbon and tie it. Let's check. Okay, so we have to do a little improvising. So I decided I need a little thing for the back. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use the stamp, "There is no good card for this," right? Sometimes you just don't know what to say. And then this is a great saying. And if they get to the back of the card, they're going to see it. And does it work this way? It does. Okay. We need the lemon lime twist, which I have moved out of the way. It's underneath my paper trimmer. It's supposed to rain today and be a little cooler, and instead it is sunny and very warm. I am breaking out into a soft sheen of sweat. And if anybody knows me, you know I do not like that. That was the only drawback to Mexico. I had sometimes sweat just dripping down. We went to such a fancy restaurant there that was in the caves, and had they just not sealed it all up and tried to air condition it, if they just let the natural wind blow through, it would have been fine. I could have wrung out my dress. It was so wet, and I tried. It ruined the night. It was such a fancy place and such good company, but I was miserable. Okay, ribbon scissors. I'm going to use this ribbon, and I don't know if it's retired, but it matches. It's petal pink. It matches that flower in there. So I'm just going to guess. I want to have a nice big piece so that I can tie a bow. And I'm going to just cover that with a piece of tear and tape. There we go. And it's going to go like this, so I have to lay it this way. I'm trying to be logical. And I might get a punch later and cover this up. But I'm just going to leave it like this for now, and then I'm going to do another little piece, and that will hold it in place. Okay, but that's kind of ugly. I know I have to cover that with something, but I don't have the patience to do it right now. So we'll see if I get it all done, and then maybe I'll find my patience. Oh no, that doesn't have to come off. That would really, then I'd be sticking my own card shut. Okay, so that's that side. And now we're going to do this. Put a piece of ribbon this way. We're going to lay it on like so. We'll cover up this with some tear and tape. I made it too long, so we'll make an X. And I'm going to take that off right away. So, yeah, is there any one of you that doesn't like sweating? You know, especially when you're wearing nice clothes. and your bra gets all soaked underneath. It was like, oh, thank goodness my menopausal business is slowing down a little bit, so I didn't have as many hot flashes, but that would have really been the end. Okay, so one more piece across here, and then I think I have enough adhesive to hold this, to hold both my die cut down and to hold the ribbon in place. You know, liquid adhesive doesn't work very well when you're using, like, trying to adhere ribbon. So here we go. There is no good card for this. There. And now we can turn this around and take a look. And now I have it tied shut. And I think that does two things. I get to add a really nice ribbon, and my card is laying flat. So how pretty is that? I think that's a really good improvising. And although, you know what, I see that it's still popping a little bit, which means I need to put another piece of tear and tape right on the end. And then I think what I'll do is cut another die cut in the limeade. So I've made this a lot more work than it needs to be. This would have been way easier if I just had my dies instead of lending them out. But you know what? They got used while I was gone, and that makes me happy too. Oh, I was going to do it again. Okay, hold on for a minute. I'm going to cut another die cut and finish it off perfectly. Okay, so I have cut another one of these, and now we're just going to lay this kind of like so, because I need to trim it down. So I'm just going to make a little pencil mark here. And now we're going to cut that off. So yeah, in case you run into a situation where you need to improvise, I have just shown you how to do that. So I'm just going to put that pencil mark in the trough. I see it. Then I'm making sure I line that up with the lines on my trimmer, and then chop. Okay. So what we're going to do, this still looks funny. Did I do it wrong? I did not do it wrong. Okay. Did I give it enough space? It bends. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So now we can go ahead and take off these little pieces that I was tempted to take off every single time. And the last one. And then we're going to add a little more adhesive here. Well, this is the one that was laying sideways. And now we have something that's going to look nice on both sides. See, and I'm putting this side down first because the tear and tape is not, you can't move it. See, so now we've got it totally encased, and here we go. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I did. I did stamp that zinnia. But you see how nice it looks? All coordinating with the right colors and the right color ribbon. Stampin' Up's coordination is honestly one of its key things. So that's why when you make a purchase, then get the stuff that coordinates with your stuff right away. I'm just going to put my bow as close to that edge as possible. And then you'll get a much nicer card. There. And then you can, if you don't want to get the matching embellishments, you can just get neutral embellishments that go with everything. I'm just going to move that bow to go like so. There. And there we have our card. Now, I want to show you one thing from Mexico. And, oh yeah, before I do that, here. These are the nested essential dies that I use. And they have these shapes. And there's 3 of those. Usually I use a magnetic sheet, but these are just a mess. But they still work. Then we have the banner dies. There's 4 of them. And they're stitched on both sides. Oh, and there's 4 of these too. And then there's 4 of the circular, the rounded rectangles. So that's the nested essential dies, and I'm just going to just slap them all on top of here in a big mess. Close this up and put it back into its plastic case. And now here, this is so funny. We got this on our bed for one night, and it's just like, it was just so cute with the Mexico Stampin' Up! Sticker on it. Everything is themed. But I looked at that and I thought it's going to go back into my suitcase. And I thought I'm not going to open it right away because it's such a nice present. So I looked at the back of it and I thought, oh, a black 6x8 album. How nice. This is wonderful. What a lovely gift. It's a if you haven't purchased one before, it's meant to go with our memories and more cards. And you can do an easy scrapbook with pocket pages. I thought I don't need to open it. I'm just going to keep my book nice and neat in the box. So it's really well packaged. So, but then I found out that I missed out. So here we go. And look at that. They have put all the pages in there. All I need to do is add my photos. Look how nice. So I need to just print off some pictures and write some nice things before I forget what I did every day. Usually I journal on these trips so that I remember what I did every day, but I didn't do that. So I'm gonna have to do it after the fact. Maybe I'll do that now, and then I can, I'll show you again when I have all the pictures done. But isn't that pretty? So this is a great way to scrapbook if you don't have time to do traditional scrapbooking. So I'm excited about that. It's so nice that they did all that work for us, and then we even have stickers. We're learning a little Spanish as well. And isn't that great? Anyway, so I thought it was a really thoughtful gift. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Please nominate someone for Cheer Corner, and please consider getting the starter kit if you have a long wish list. I sent Stampin' Up! Catalogs to quite a few of you. If you asked me for one, I sent you one, and if you've ordered from me in the past, I've also sent you one. I will be touching base with you in the next week or so to see if you have any questions or if I can help you in any way. But honestly, the starter kit is $135, and you get to pick out $165 worth of things, anything at all, from the clearance rack, from the online exclusives, from the annual catalog. You can't go over $165, but you're not paying shipping and tax. In some provinces, you might have to pay tax, but it's definitely free shipping, so you're saving 11% there. And you're getting the bonus in-color stuff, the 5 ink pads, the 5 markers, the assorted cardstock, and the pattern paper. It's worth $112 Canadian, and that's without shipping and tax. So great deal, a great way to get your stuff at a huge discount. And then you have 6 months to use your 20% discount after that. And then if you don't make the quarterly minimums, which are $400 every 3 months, no biggie. Not a big deal at all. You'll just drop as a demo. That really doesn't do anything for me. So you're wondering, well, why are you telling us this? To me, this is only of an advantage if you stay on my team, okay? And it's a great place to be. We have a lot of fun. I teach a lot. You get free tutorials every month. And I never envisioned that I would be going on trips, that I would be having a big team, that I would be having so much fun and meet so many amazing people, customers, team members, and demonstrator friends around the world. It's really unbelievable. So the door definitely opens to all kinds of possibilities. It is a starter kit because it is the start of something fun and something new. And it's a great way for you to get a taste and see if it's something you like or not. And if not, it's okay. Just let it go. You get to keep your discount, like your discounted like what you've bought, and there's no hard feelings. Stampin' Up! Isn't going to harass you. I'm not going to harass you. So give it a whirl. You have nothing to lose. I hope that you have a super day. If you have any questions at all about this project or about the starter kit opportunity or anything else, just let me know. I hope you have a super day, and don't forget to nominate someone for Cheer Corner. Bye.